I'm not under arrest.
You are now.
For what?
You're the last person saw the guy alive. Why did you take him to the hospital?
I freaked out, dude.
This is Randall Satterwhite, the last person to see his friend Joseph Timko alive before a fatal shooting tragically ended his life. In the early morning hours of March 24th, 2017, a distressing 911 call led officers to a scene of complete chaos. They discovered the victim, Joseph, fatally shot in the neck with blood coming from his nose and mouth. However, the plot took a sudden and unexpected twist when Randall revealed the real mastermind behind this vicious act.
I couldn't really tell because it was dark. The dude shot. I didn't think that he shot Joey.
It's just a matter of time before Randall's concern is revealed to be genuine, or if he will face a devastating twist that would ultimately tear apart his facade.
So now, I killed him.
Around 1 a.m. on March 24th, 2017, Randall had arranged a drug deal with Quentin Walker. He took Joseph in his vehicle and drove to the intersection of West 76th Street and Lawn Avenue, Ohio. However, they could never have anticipated the tragedy that was about to befall them. Upon arriving at the location, Quentin entered the car, and all of a sudden, a physical altercation broke out. During the struggle, Quentin shot Joseph and fled from the crime scene. However, Randall, who witnessed this horrific incident unfold, took Joseph to his residence. As he arrived, Randall immediately instructed Joseph's girlfriend to call 911. Upon the arrival of the responders, officers stepped into a bloody nightmare with Joseph soaked in blood. As the paramedics examined his body, they tragically pronounced him dead at the scene. But to gain further insight into how this harrowing incident occurred, Randall is brought into custody for questioning.
When I go any further, am I under arrest?
Not right now.
Am I being charged with anything?
Not right now.
Therefore, I'm free to leave this building, correct?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. You can contact my attorney. I'll send you a card. I have nothing else to say.
Sit down.
I'm not under arrest.
You are now.
For what?
You're the last person saw the guy alive.
Under arrest for what? I drove him to his residence.
Why did you take him to the hospital?
I freaked out, dude.
Okay, I'm not your dude. I'm under arrest.
Okay.
Sit there.
What are the charges?
Well, we'll start with aggravated murder and obstruction of justice.
Aggravated murder. Aggravated murder. So now, I killed him.
Randall comes in to seek justice for his friend, completely unaware that the tables will ultimately turn against him. Now, after a while, Randall is finally brought in for a proper round of questioning, and the plot is about to take a disturbing twist, only to unravel the worst.
Well, what transpired yesterday when you were over at his home, I understand?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend had stopped over there. We were gonna hang out.
Your girlfriend, her name is Rayla?
Rayla, yeah.
Okay.
We were all hanging out. We were drinking. Joe had some box wine. So we drink the box wine. I drank a few Bud Lights.
What time did you go over there? Do you remember about?
Honestly, no, I don't remember the
Okay,
exact time.
I understand.
So we were there hanging out, drinking. Everybody wanted to get high, you know what I'm saying? So me and Joe left to go get drinks.
Who was at the apartment with you? Your girlfriend?
Heidi and me and Joe.
Okay.
The four of us.
So how did you end up going to get drugs? Do you make a phone call, or do you hit somebody up with a text, or how does that work?
Yeah, I made a phone call. I called this guy that I bought drugs from a couple of times named Boss Man.
Boss man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit him up. We went and stopped. We rode over to obviously see him.
Where was that area that you went?
73rd and Lawn.
All right, so you go over there. You understand. You make a phone call to this dude.
Yeah.
Who was driving the car?
I was driving.
Okay. When you were driving, then you were driving what? Whose car?
Rayless.
Rayla. Was that the white car?
That was the
What kind of car was that? I didn't
It's
see.
a Chevy Lumina.
Okay. So you're driving Rayla's car.
Sorry.
Pardon me. You're driving Rayla's car. You drive over there. Joseph sitting in the front seat or back seat?
Yeah, he was sitting in the front seat. Dude comes out. Joe gets out, gets in the back.
What did this guy look like?
Black guy.
About how old?
He's probably maybe early to mid 30s.
Tall, medium, short?
He's a little shorter than me, maybe about 160, 170.
You're about how tall? About 6 foot?
I'm 6 foot.
So he's maybe a buck, 5'10", maybe?
Maybe, yeah, 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
Actually, because I had his number in my phone, like his Facebook profile comes up on my Facebook sometimes. Like I could show you exactly who he is on Facebook.
So you made a phone call.
Yeah.
You drive with Joe. You go over there. What was the choice of drug you were going to buy?
We were gonna get and
Okay. You pull up. Which way were you facing? Toward
toward. I was facing as if I would be going toward.
back toward Lorraine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
85th or 41st,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. You pull up along the curb. Joey gets out and gets in the back. Boss man gets in the front. What transpires from there?
Joey asks him if he had the stuff. The dude pulls it out, shows it to him. Joey puts it in his hand. Joey asks me, like, you think this is cool? I looked at it. I was like, yeah, I mean, if you think it's cool. Joey goes, all right. He handed dude something, piece of paper or something. I couldn't really tell because it was dark. There wasn't very much light. And then I heard Joey say, you know what it is. As soon as Joey said, you know what it is, the dude hurried up and turned. The dude shot. I didn't think that he shot Joey. I just thought that he shot to like scare Joey. So Joey was like, I'm sorry, and hands him back his stuff. The dude points the gun at me. I'm like, look, I don't know what the is going on. The dude gets out the car. He's like, y'all get the out of here. So I immediately take off, going towards the freeway. I jump on the freeway. While I'm on the freeway, I asked Joey, like, you all right? Because I heard him, like, start to snore. When I look back, I seen that he had, like, blood coming down his face. So I'm like, trying to get his attention. I kept pushing, like, Joey, okay? What the f-? Like, I started panicking.
Did you know he was shot at that point?
And, yeah, as we were on the freeway. And I just sped to his house.
Why would you not stop at a medical facility?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I panicked. Like, truthfully, like, that's the honest to God's truth. Like, I panicked. I was on the freeway. I was speeding. McKinley was the first thing that I saw. I know that that's closest to his house.
Mm-hmm.
I just got off there and went straight to his house.
Through his account of the event that transpired last night, it is quite evident that Randall isn't hesitant to talk. However, what the detective finds absurd is that Randall took Joseph home and then instructed his girlfriend to make the 911 call, which should have been his very first action. In moments of trauma, most people react instinctively to help preserve a life, but Randall's failure to do so immediately raises a red flag. However, if he is telling the truth, then there might be a possibility that his actions were motivated by emotional confusion or pressure. But just as the story appears to shift in Randall's favor, a dramatic twist awaits. one that will ultimately expose the sinister secret behind Joseph's tragic end.
We drive to his house. I bang on the door. I scream for Heidi. Heidi comes down. I'm like, Joey's been shot. Joey's been shot.
Is that how the glass got broken?
Yeah, I'm like, Joe, because I couldn't, get in, obviously. So I hit the glass open. I opened up the door. I scream up there, Heidi, Heidi. Heidi comes to the door. I'm like, Joey's been shot. Joey's been shot. Call 911. She calls 911. She's telling 911 that he's been shot. They tell us to do CPR. I begin to help her do CPR. I just saying like that he was gone.
All right. So when you went over there, do you remember telling the police yesterday when you out on the scene, out by Joey's house, do you remember talking to the police or talking to uniformed officers out there?
I told him that he tried to rob the dude.
Okay. And do you remember telling him that that was his intention? He was going to go at some point?
He was speaking on, like he was saying like that, like, oh, these motherfuckers out here, I'll rob one of these. But I didn't.
When did he say that?
He talks like that all the time.
Well, when did he say that?
He said it prior to us leaving.
Okay. So you known at some point he was talking about do goofy things to do that, right? Is that right?
Right. He was talking, but I'm taking it honestly like he's drunk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really.
Now, if
should have took him.
How did Joey expect to pay for these drugs if he didn't have any money?
He made it seem like he had some money.
Okay. How did he do that?
He said that he had some money.
But you never seen any.
I never seen it physically.
You never seen any money, and then you go over there knowing at some point he's talking about robbing this guy. Is that right? You just told me he was telling you he's going to rob this guy at some point. He's talking about, hey, let's rob this. I'm going to rob this guy. Is that right?
Well, that's not.
Did he say something about he was going to rob this guy to you? Just a few minutes ago, a couple minutes ago, you just said he was going to. He's talking about robbing the guy, robbing this drug dealer.
He was speaking generally, though. He wasn't saying.
He was saying he was.
Right. I understand what you said.
Correct?
I can.
I'm just asking you. I don't know. You were there. I'm just trying to get a feel of this.
Did he mention at any point in time that he would rob any dealer?
No,
Yes, he did.
but the guy you were going, you knew doggone well he was going to sell you because you set it up. You set the deal up to go rob. Now, you set the deal up to go buy the drugs, okay? And in the course of buying the drugs, he's telling you before he gets there at some point.
No. This is before we even left the house.
I'm saying, before you ever get to the point where you're going over there, he's telling you that he's going to rob this guy.
Yeah, and I was telling him, like, dude, you sound stupid. Like, you sound stupid. I was telling him that he sounded stupid. He talks like that. Like, he talks like that all the time. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, he said.
That's pretty serious, though.
True, given the.
That's pretty serious talk, though. When you're saying, hey, you're going to go over there and you're called this guy, and then when the guy gets in the car,
he tries to.
It goes south, so to speak, right? Now, I'm going to show you a photograph and see if you recognize this person.
That's him.
Well, how do you know? I haven't showed you.
I can tell. That's his Facebook.
That is Boss Man Phantom that you recognize. All right, I'm going to have you do the same thing. This is the person that was sitting in the front seat of the car that you were attempting to buy off of. Did he shoot your friend?
He shot my friend.
All right, put your initials on there. Okay. And you don't know him by any other name other than a moniker or a boss man or a street name?
That's it, yeah. I off of him a couple times.
And he sells. Does he sell anything else?
Yeah, assuming he probably does.
Okay. Now, the house that does he live in, is that a double home?
I think it's a single home.
A single?
Yeah.
All right. And you've known this man for how long?
A short period of time.
When you say short period, how long?
Like, I really don't know him. I just
But
bought
I mean, okay, you've conducted deals,
a
business
couple
with him
times.
for how long?
Maybe over a month period.
How did you learn of him?
I had met him at another junkie's house. He gave me his number.
Okay.
I hit him up a couple times and bought from him.
Okay.
The detective invites Randall to reaffirm his previous account in an attempt to identify any discrepancies. However, his statement indicates that he wants to appear cooperative by acknowledging Joseph's intent, but not the action itself, trying to morally distance himself from any wrongdoing. As the detective lets Randall's own words lead him closer to a conclusion, the more Randall tries to minimize his associates. Is he truly a victim trapped in the wrong circumstances, or are his revelations merely a cover for something far more sinister?
Now let me ask you something. I keep saying, I want to say yesterday, but it was Thursday night when you go over to Joey's house. You're drinking. You feeling pretty good? Do you have quite a few drinks?
We were kind of.
What were you just drinking? Wine?
And Bud Light.
Some beer and wine.
Yeah.
Getting a good buzz going.
Yeah.
And you guys want to get further.
We had did some.
Oh, you'd smoke some. So, when you were dealing with the police, do you recall when you took the police to the area of the Lawn Avenue? Do you recall telling them that you exited the car to take a piss?
I did get out the car to take a piss while we were waiting for dude to come out.
Oh, okay, so that happened prior to your buddy coming out, Boss Man. I say your buddy, it's your buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, prior to Boss Man coming out, you went out, took a leak out by the tree, and then what did you do?
Got back in the car.
With your friend Joey, and then did Joey, he was sitting still in the front seat, and then he got out when Boss Man came out?
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right. But that's definitely is the guy that you know as Boss Man,
Yes.
the guy that you know as the dealer, and the guy that you know and saw shoot your friend.
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall after he shot your friend and he got out of the car, do you recall what this guy did? Did he walk back into the house, or did he leave run off? Where did he go?
I saw him back up towards the direction of the house. Kept pointing the gun. He said, "Y'all get the out of here," and I just put the car in drive and peeled.
Do you know that to be a house that he lives in or a house that he frequents? I mean, what you know.
I've bought from him 3 times.
From that location?
And met him there, yeah.
At that house?
Yeah.
So typically, if I wanted to hook up with this dude to buy some...
He would...
How would I go about that? I'd make a phone call through you or somebody, and you'd set it up, and then you always went to this location, is what you're saying. All right. Okay. Do you know of anything else that you want to tell me that might help us and help you and help solve this to help your buddy that's dead? Anything that you may think of off the top of your head that may come to light that you may have, like I just brought to your attention, you said you got out of the car.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything else that may come to light that might help me?
Still kind of like...
Did Joey have a gun?
No.
Or anything that looked like it? Nothing.
Nothing.
And you don't know what the note was that he handed your friend?
No.
But he said when he's sitting there, you know what time it is, or something to that reference that you stated. And that's when
the dude turned around and fired a shot.
Well, now, do you remember what type of gun he had?
No, because it was kind of dark. I really couldn't see.
Was it a revolver or a semi-auto?
I don't really.
Do you know the difference?
I really don't know guns all like that.
Okay. Well, semi-auto is the type you rack.
Well, he never had to cock anything.
Okay.
It turned around and it was an immediate shot.
Do you remember anything ejecting from like a piece of brass that may have flew out of the gun and may have struck you where the position you were sitting or anything of that?
No.
Do you remember the color of the gun, if you recall?
No, because like I said, it was kind of dark, so I couldn't see. I didn't even see him pull out the gun.
Okay.
I didn't see him.
But you seen him pointing it at you when you left.
When he left out.
Do you recall at all what the color or what it looked like now?
No, because he had it pointed like down toward me. Mm-hmm. And like I'm looking like this, like trying to look back at Joey and looking at him, so I wasn't. And when he said get the fuck out of here, I just hurried up and put the car in drive and took right off. Like the door wasn't even shut, like the door shut from the
acceleration of the vehicle.
The detective's repetition of small details increases the likelihood of contradictions, which Randall may have withheld either intentionally or unconsciously. As Randall avoids discussing the details of the incident, it possibly suggests that he might know more than he's willing to disclose. Additionally, he attempts to reframe his role, portraying himself as a threatened and helpless victim, rather than as an accomplice in this brutal murder. The upcoming details will further tear his lies apart, ultimately shattering Randall's illusion of escape.
Now? Actually, I got terminated from my job because I was going through some bullshit. Me and my wife are separate.
So you're unemployed right now is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
When are you guys going to let me go?
Well, I'm going to go in a little while, and I'm going to talk to the prosecutor. And then the prosecutor is going to determine whether you're charged or to be released. I'm going to present the facts that what you told me, and everything like that.
I'm sorry. How long have you been buying drugs?
I told him about a month and
So
a
you've
half.
met him on more than one occasion?
Well, I met him maybe in all a total of like 5, maybe 6 times.
And they've all generated from that home.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, I'm going to present the facts of everything, the whole thing, to the prosecutor, what you told me, what we've investigated, and they're going to make a decision. We're gonna see and everything, and you'll know if you are charged, you would know by this afternoon. And then what would happen if you did get charged?
Well, why would I be charged? What would I be charged for?
Well, you could be charged with aggravated murder. You could be charged with obstruction of justice because you had a hiccup with us earlier when we tried to talk to you.
But why would I be charged with aggravated murder? I didn't kill anyone.
I understand, but that's what, if you have knowledge that somebody may commit a crime and you are there.
Well, I didn't know that dude was
No. You're not listening to me. I'm trying to explain to you, Randy. Just relax. Just let me talk.
Okay.
If you have knowledge that somebody may go and commit a crime, not saying the bad guy did that you knew he was going to do it, but your buddy or anybody for that matter, and you're an accomplice, you could be charged as an accomplice because of his death. You actually were there and knew that he may have had committed a robbery and his death resulted in that. You could be considered an accomplice under the elements of the way of the law works. Now, whether the prosecutor's going to go with that, I don't know. But that is an option. That's how that works. you know, I'm just letting you know, I'm not pulling any punches here.
Right.
You could be looking at some very serious charges. But I will tell the prosecutor, hey, look, after we spoke with him, he interviewed and agreed to talk with us without a lawyer and told us everything, the facts of what he knew to the best. And he identified this other party. Now, you helping out in identifying this other person is helpful. It's very helpful for you. It helps where the anvil doesn't hit you as hard. You understand? It's not, you're not the trigger person. That's bad. The trigger guy who shot your buddy is the worst, obviously.
Right.
But it could minimize your helpfulness, can help a lot on what happens with you. Okay? Anything else that you wanted to share with me, or you have asked any questions? Do you have any? I know you were the girl Heidi. You apologized to her. What were you saying? You're sorry. Do you remember saying that to her?
Yeah, because I mean he was with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel that you created his death because he was with you? Is that why you're apologizing?
No.
Okay.
I don't feel that it was my fault that he got killed.
I
You know
understand.
what I mean, it's just
I'm just asking, you know, trying to get an angle, you know.
right.
All right. Well, give me a couple more minutes. Feel free to finish up your coffee. And then if you have anything else you want to tell me, we can talk about
Just want
that.
this dude to get caught.
Well, we want him to get caught too. You know, we want him to get caught. And we'll do what we can, all right? At some point, and I'm just saying, at some point, we may reapproach you.
To testify against him.
Yes.
Oh well.
And we may reapproach you to show you a photo lineup of him in this lineup with several other people for confirmation of
I
who
know
he is.
for a fact that that's him.
Okay, no, I understand, but we don't have a name associated other than I call it a moniker, but it's a, what do you call it? A street name, a Facebook handle, whatever you want to call it at this point. So we may approach you. I don't know. We may not. But at some point, we're going to learn who this person is. So you said you would be willing to testify and cooperate fully
Yeah. I mean,
in behalf of the. All right.
yeah, like he killed my friend, dude.
For now, detectives conclude the interview, but they're convinced that Randall is indeed concealing the whole truth. They're determined to leave no stone unturned. On April 12th, 2017, detectives bring Randall in for another round of questioning.
I'm suffering a lot because of the circumstances that this guy and Timko did. And I'm suffering the consequence for being a victim and being around these people.
Yeah.
This guy killed my friend.
Yeah,
He killed my friend.
I got you. It's never.
And I gotta defend my innocence in that situation.
Yeah. Take your time, okay? I know.
I'm sorry, man.
No.
I'm just, this is a really stressful situation for me.
I can only imagine. It seems like you probably have it involves a lot of things that just are total negative, okay? How sure are you this is
Positive.
him? Okay. Good enough. They'll be right.
I told these guys from the beginning of this situation that I'd be more than willing to comply and identify him in court.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't know the circumstances.
No, I apologize.
But just
this is
give
probably
your
a recorded conversation, so let me just stop talking. I'm
just
sorry.
give yourself a break. All right.
Okay.
Things will work out. All right.
I know that they will.
Right now, they seem. It's all doom and gloom. But just give yourself
I
a
understand.
chance,
And-
okay?
And things.
Whatever. I don't need to hear it.
That's why I said let me stop talking.
Absolutely.
God's
I'm
with
not
me.
interested. But really,
No, God's
truly,
with
give
me.
yourself
God's
a
with
break.
me. God's with me.
Okay. Absolutely.
God is with me.
Yes, He is.
Yes, He is.
All right.
Most
So
definitely.
just give yourself a break, man.
Picked the photograph And that was our target that we were looking at. And you stated in your previous interview that you know him because you've purchased from him about 5 or 6 times. Is that right? So that's how you recognize him, and
He's the guy that killed Joseph.
and he's the guy that shot your friend. All right. So what'll happen from here is then we'll consult the prosecutor. We'll get some paperwork going and get him picked up. So I don't know when he's gonna get picked up. We'll try to get him picked up as soon as possible. And I mean, your helping is going to go a long way.
This is what we need to understand.
Yeah.
You and I. And I'm sure that this is recorded, and I don't mind making these statements without an attorney. Acknowledgement of intent is everything. I did not, and repeat this again to you, I did not acknowledge Joseph's intent or this guy's whatsoever, regardless of what your statement was that you implied.
Well,
we'll
see it on the tape when you go with your attorney.
Listen.
It'll all be there.
Listen. When you asked me in the questioning, I repeated to you that I had never stated what you said.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm not gonna discuss
It's not a matter.
that.
No, and I don't want this to turn into a pissing match of us going back and forth, because truly that isn't what this is. I just wanted to make that point clear.
I understand your point's made. The attorneys, the judge, and everybody will hear the statements.
Killed my friend for absolutely nothing that warranted him to do such.
Okay. All right. So what'll happen here is once we get him picked up, and we'll talk to him, and then he'll be in the driver's seat, and you'll be with him. When I say driver's seat, I'm not meaning in the vehicle. I'm saying he'll be in court with you.
He'll be in court with
So you're going to be co-defendants
co-defendants for what?
for the homicide of Joseph Timko.
So
That's what you're arrested for.
So you're.
So what's going to happen is,
I'm confused by that wording.
well, you didn't do this. You were there.
Right.
But there's some things and facts that were presented that you stated and we developed. You were there. That's why you were charged with his homicide.
Okay.
So you didn't do this. You didn't shoot him. You're not the trigger man.
No.
This other guy you pointed out is the trigger man.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to ride the whole thing by yourself, which your cooperation is helping your case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Him being the trigger man, he is a co-defendant
Okay.
in the murder of Joseph Timko.
Okay.
He will be. So that's what I'm...
Okay.
So you understand that? You're not the single person involved in this.
There's 3 people that are involved, and unfortunately, one of the people that I'm with.
Well, what I'm saying is, who's the third person? There was no...
Joseph.
Right, well, Joseph
He's
is...
deceased.
Right. What I'm saying is, you and your friend...
That is not my friend.
You and
Repeat
your friend... I'm saying Joseph Timko.
Okay.
You and your... You wouldn't let me finish.
You mentioned that
You wouldn't let me
you tried to
finish.
kind of imply that the
No, you
last
wouldn't let
time.
me finish.
Okay.
As the interrogation finally comes to an end, detectives now shift their focus onto Quintin in an attempt to uncover more details and understand this gruesome crime from his perspective. However, he refuses to cooperate and speak without an attorney present. Despite not pulling the trigger, Randall was held criminally responsible for setting the chain of events in motion. He was charged with aggravated murder, involuntary manslaughter, and tampering with evidence. Under Ohio's felony murder rule, a person can be charged with murder if someone dies while committing or attempting to commit a felony, which in this case was an armed robbery. Additionally, Quintin was charged with aggravated murder and felony possession of a firearm. However, no court dates for the aggravated murder charges have been scheduled yet. On November 21st, 2017, Randall Satterwhite was sentenced to 7 years in prison. His date of release was March 2025.